Hello, I'm Jo, and today I have the absolute pleasure of being here with Christopher Lloyd. Hi Chris, how are
Hi
you?
Jo, very well, lovely
Good,
to see you.
excellent. Well Chris, as you know, I love Christmas. I absolutely
I
love
can
it.
tell. Look at you look amazing.
It's a magical time of year, isn't it? One
really
where
is.
people want to spread joy and cheer, and we give gifts and we uphold traditions, and we are with our families of all species. But unfortunately, there are some children who can't be with their families at Christmas because they are receiving treatment or care for illnesses or diseases. So this Christmas we decided to launch our Books for Christmas appeal, in which if people give us a donation of £20, we will then send a book to a hospital, a children's hospital or a hospice, and give joy, we hope, to a child who really does need it. And for businesses, they could actually donate 5 books
or 10.
for £100 or 10 books.
Or 100.
Perhaps instead of doing Secret Santa,
Well,
because
maybe.
who wants
Let's
socks
hope so.
or hankies? No one really, do
No.
they? How do you feel, Chris, about your books, the books you have written, being at the very heart of our Christmas campaign?
Well, Jo, it's amazing for me, and Christmas is a brilliant time because, you know, it's all about connecting young people with the adults in their lives. And you know, our lives are so busy. You know, the kids are off at school, and we're often doing our jobs, and then you know, it's a really special moment once a year where everybody gets together, and we exchange gifts, and then we play games, and we read books and stories, and we just do things together that connect and strengthen the bonds between generations. And that's what these books are all about, really. Whether adults read them to young children or children read them to adults, it's about firming up, strengthening those connections across the generations that makes such a big difference.
That's marvellous. So you wrote Humanimal,
Yes.
the first book, Incredible Ways Animals Are Just Like Us, because after all, we are all animals, aren't
We
we?
are.
And then you've written this second book, We Are All Animals,
Indeed.
obviously.
Yes.
What inspired you to want to write books about that incredible intrinsic link we have with other animals?
Well, the first book I wrote was a kind of crazy idea. Where I wanted a book that would start at the beginning of time and go all the way to the present day in a single book. And I wrote that book. It took a little while, as you can imagine. And at the end of it, I came across 2 amazing facts. One is that there are more than 8 billion people on the planet Earth. And then I discovered how many chickens there are. Can you guess how many chickens there are
Oh my golly
on the planet
gosh.
Earth?
No.
Any idea?
No, I can't.
24 billion
Wow.
chickens. And I thought, well, hang on a minute, chickens are doing a lot better than people, aren't they?
Yeah.
In that way, maybe I need to write the history of the world from the perspective of a chicken. And what would it be like? And then I thought to myself, well, this is crazy. I mean, I can write the history of the world from the perspective of a person, but from the perspective of non-human beings, the story's completely different.
Yeah.
And your ability to empathise with other species on the planet is really contingent on your ability to take different perspectives, non-human perspectives. And that's really the origin of these books, because I want people, young people particularly, who have an intrinsic love of nature, to inspire the adults in their lives by appreciating the interconnectedness we have with non-human species, to realise that we're all animals and we all have feelings, and that we all operate the same way, and that we are all the derivatives of billions of years of biological DNA that has got jumbled up, and we divide them into species. Nature doesn't divide it into species.
No.
That's an artificial thing, you see. And when you realise the connectedness, you start to have reverence and respect for everybody around you, not just non-human species, but humans as well.
Yeah.
And I think those are the values really that I hope will give us hope for the future, and that are embodied in these books.
Oh, it's wonderful. And books are so important. Reading is vital, isn't it, for all
Reading,
ages?
absolutely, because it's a gateway to fertilizing your imagination, to being able to give you that feed your natural curiosity, because you're able to be transported to places and to appreciate different perspectives that you would never be exposed to if you couldn't read. So, and it's one of the things, in a way, ironically, that makes humans a little different from other species is actually the fact that we can read.
Yeah.
And because we can do that, we need to use that amazing facility to allow us to connect with the rest of nature in ways that is so important for the future of the world.
Absolutely. And I don't know if you know, Chris, but there is the most beautiful celebration in Iceland on Christmas Eve. I mean, Christmas Eve is glorious anyway,
isn't it?
but there is a tradition called Jo la Bokaflod. I think I've said that right. Jo la Bokaflod, which translates to Christmas book flood. And it originates from World War II, when paper was the one thing that wasn't rationed. Therefore, books became a unique gift, a perfect gift, ideal gift. And Christmas Eve, to this day, Icelanders will still exchange books over a cup of hot chocolate.
Oh,
and
fantastic.
I just love that tradition. I think that's absolutely wonderful, isn't it?
It really is.
What traditions do you have at Christmas?
Oh goodness, well, I mean, nothing that would surprise anybody particularly. You know, we've got 18 people coming for Christmas.
Oh my gosh!
Can you imagine?
Are you cooking?
So I've got a turkey, a 20-pound turkey. I don't know. I can't imagine what it's going to be like. It's going to take like 8 hours to cook or something. So it's going to be quite an experiment. But it will be amazing. So I've got my nephews and nieces and my brothers and sisters, and it will be a really exciting family time.
Lovely.
And special traditions, we tend to open our stockings, we all have stockings for each other, so that's a lovely start to the day. And we always play games, and we always sing carols. We love music, and music, a bit like these books really, music is a universal language, you know, whether it's bird song or whether it's the songs of Wales, or whether it's crickets rubbing their legs together, you know, this idea that sound is something that is uniting us all, and is agnostic when it comes to culture and species.
Absolutely.
And I think that Christmas, the sound of Christmas, is so special, isn't it? Really?
Oh, it's just
so. And I was at my first carol concert last night, and my daughter was playing the trumpet, and it was really a wonderful way to start the Advent season. So yeah, the sounds of Christmas to me, I think, are really special.
Well, this is my favourite time of the year, and I go early. I started decorating, I think it was on the 22nd of November.
Oh, really?
And I'm in I've been wearing Christmas clothes ever since.
Fantastic.
And will continue to do so.
Yeah.
But one of the traditions I've for about 6-7 years now is every Christmas Eve I either run 24 kilometres or I walk and pick up litter for 24 kilometres. And this year I think it's running, and I usually try and raise money whilst I'm doing it. So I think I'm running this year, but then what I'll do is on the 31st, so at the end of the year, I'll go round and do a walk of 31 kilometres and pick up litter, which is going to help humans and animals.
It is, and it's amazing. I'm sure that you pick up a vast amount of litter.
Unfortunately, yes.
I mean, there's no doubt about that.
Absolutely, but it still fills you with, I don't know, a sense of joy that you're helping to make a difference, and that's exactly what these books do, Chris.
Yes, and I think if there are people who are minded to donate, as you have suggested, to allow children to get these books at Christmas and to read them to the adults in their lives, and together it will open up all kinds of, it's not just the content that's in the book, it's the questions and the curiosity that the content sparks, and the conversations that it leads to. And then next time they see, an interesting bird or an interesting animal or something, there'll be something seeded in their minds from the books that leads them to want to explore and find out more. So it'll be wonderful. It's a brilliant campaign.
Oh, thank you, Chris.
Such a thrill to be part of your organisation and to be a patron of the Human Animal Trust.
Patron.
I know.
How
does
that feel? We are
am
thrilled,
Well,
Chris,
thank
that
you.
you are our patron.
I'm absolutely
thrilled to be in partnership with these books as well, and thank you. They really are beautiful books. Merry Christmas.
You too, Joe, and
you.
Thank you for being such a bright spot in everybody's lives as you are. It's a great pleasure. Happy Christmas.
So Merry Christmas, everybody, and please, if you can donate £20, and we will send a book to a children's hospital or hospice on your behalf. Or if you're a business and you can afford a bit more, then please donate and spread some joy this Christmas. Thank you.